There's no reason to follow them this damn far outside of the park.
If you would listen, I said that I had to get around vehicles, okay? By the time I caught up to them, we're in curves, okay? This was the next best space for me to make sure that we were both off of the public roadway and we were both safe. Does that make sense?
What started as a simple traffic stop for no taillights and expired registration inside a national park quickly turned into a jurisdiction dispute between park rangers and a sheriff's deputy threatening jail time. On March 20th, 2025, park rangers with the National Park Service observed a vehicle driving inside the park with no functioning taillights and an expired tag. According to the rangers, the violation occurred within park boundaries. Because of curves in the road and no safe shoulder to pull over, they followed the vehicle outside of park jurisdiction until they reached a safer location to initiate the stop.
Hi there. Could you do me a favor and roll down all your windows for me? Moving?
Kind of, sort of, not exactly. I downsized so I can get rid of it.
Okay, I got you. I'm off the National Park Service. The reason why I pulled you over is you've got a brake light out and your registration's expired. You know about that?
Yep.
Scalloped potatoes? So what's in all the boxes? They're all...
During the stop, a sheriff's deputy arrived on scene. The deputy told the rangers that they were outside their jurisdiction and stated that the prosecutor's office advised that making arrests or traffic stops outside park boundaries could result in criminal charges, including jail. The rangers responded by stating that they observed the violation inside the park and followed the vehicle outside of the park due to safety concerns.
What's happening? What's going on? Nice to meet you.
What's going on?
I just got cleared on a traffic stop.
Okay. Why are you guys doing a traffic stop out here?
This was a safe spot to pull them over, get around traffic by the time we caught up to her.
How far did you come?
Alley.
Alley.
Yeah. Violation was in alley inside the park boundary.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
by the time I went around, what's that? We had to go around vehicles. Okay, and this was a safe spot to get them off of the highway. Safe spot to conduct the stop and for us.
Okay. So long story short, I was told by the prosecutor and the sheriff that you guys are out here making traffic stops outside of the park. You guys are going to jail. We understand that you guys can make a traffic stop outside of the park.
Okay.
If you're following them for something that happened inside the park. There's no reason to follow them this damn far outside of the park.
If you would listen, I said that I had to get around vehicles, okay? By the time I caught up to them, we're in curves, okay? This was the next best space for me to make sure that we were both off of the public roadway and we were both safe. Does that make sense?
I am trying to just get what I need across to you, okay? For the prosecutor in this county, it's not happening anymore.
What's not happening?
You are not making traffic stops outside of your jurisdiction anymore.
He doesn't dictate the law for the federal side, okay?
You want to call him and talk to him about that?
We know him.
We will.
Call him and talk to him. Tell him. I can't make you do anything. Let's think about this. This is only going to escalate. So do your best to try to keep your stops on your land.
This is the first time I've made it even remotely this far.
Okay.
And that's just because of the stuff that we ran into this time. 9 times out of 10, it happens at E Highway if we're coming this way, if I can't get them at Harvey's.
Okay.
What I try to do, safest for me, safest for who I'm pulling over, right?
Right.
Okay. Safety is my number one thing. So if I can't do it safely, I wait until I find the safest spot.
I can't discount that is a reasonable thing.
Because, as you see, these roads, we don't have shoulders, okay?
Right.
Blind curves. I don't want to get rear-ended. I don't want to get hit, and I don't want anybody else to.
But the situation doesn't end here. It gets far worse. Later at approximately 5:16 p.m., a park ranger who was not involved in the original stop was pulled over by a sheriff's deputy and questioned about the earlier incident. The deputy again raised concerns about jurisdiction and appeared to challenge the ranger's authority to conduct the stop.
Just had a county deputy flip around on me. Pulling me over. Arrowhead 250, being pulled over by a county deputy. Highway 60 between Birch Street and Winona. Go ahead and call 200 for me.
251.
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Man, I'm trying to find out who did a traffic stop in Eminence earlier by the school.
Okay.
I put a call in to have a supervisor call me, and that was like 30 minutes ago, and I've not heard back from anybody.
Okay. The chief has gone home for the day.
Okay, do you know who made that traffic stop?
There was a deputy there.
That doesn't answer my question.
Yeah, I do know who it was.
Who was it?
Who was the deputy who went there?
I'm assuming it was probably the detective.
Okay. Well, the detective would have all the information. They spoke together.
Yeah, I was just tasked with figuring it out because apparently he's not doing it right. So that's the only reason I was checking.
What is the issue?
Well, you guys don't have jurisdiction in the county.
Okay. We do have jurisdiction in this county. We have authority in this county. And when my officer or any officer sees a violation in their jurisdiction, they can stop them.
So outside the park?
You can stop in Howell County if you see a violation in Shannon County.
Only if it's a felony.
Well, as a county officer, that may be true. As a federal officer,
As a post-certified officer
okay,
in the state of Missouri.
okay.
So the sheriff has made it very clear.
You're talking about apples
Well,
and oranges.
I'm telling you, the sheriff wants it made very clear you guys are not to stop anybody in the county.
Okay, well,
other
then he
than
can
in the
tell us
parks.
that. We are going to keep doing our job in the park when it's safer to pull someone over.
The statutes clearly state you guys have zero jurisdiction out here.
We got to pass from piece to piece, right? We got to go in and out of the park. We got to go
100%.
through the county. We work in 4 different counties.
I understand that 100%.
And you're thinking about post. You're thinking about state stuff. You're thinking about county. We're federal officers.
But even reading
the park
your
is
federal
134 miles long. So we're in and out of the county. We're in Carter, Dent, Howell. And yeah, sometimes you need to stop people in a safe place, and sometimes it's outside of the boundary of the park.
That's a big boundary, boss.
It is a big boundary. It's 80 some odd thousand acres, 134 miles long. There, I don't know what that happened there today.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I end up stopping people outside of the park all the time. That's just a safe way to do it. And our authority, our jurisdiction allows us to do that. I don't know about state law. That's down there. I don't
Reading
know.
your guys' statute, it says you're not, unless it's a felony.
No. Witnessed misdemeanors. We can act on felonies. Yeah, anyone can do that. Witnessed misdemeanors and infractions, we have the authority to follow and investigate that.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
We'll get it figured out.
All right.
His name was...
My chief ranger. I wasn't on that.
No, the
stop.
one that made the
There
stop.
were officers there. I don't know who all was there.
What was your guy's name that was on the stop?
His name is. He is post-certified, by the way.
Okay. All right, man. I'll let you
Yeah.
back to it.
All right. You be careful.
So here's the question. If a violation happens inside park boundaries, should rangers be allowed to follow a vehicle outside those boundaries for safety reasons? Or was the deputy correct in challenging the stop? Let us know what you think in the comments.